Lamb steps in. He's had a lot of success against this pitcher, Singy.
Yeah, he's like a DJ with the timing, Boog. Just mixing barrels and bad intentions every time they face off.
Ball. Osuna with a stellar run lately on the mound, really carving up lineups. On the ground, right side. Slings to first, 2 out. 1 down. Now the number 2 hitter, Adolfo Varela. Up the middle. Slinging it to first in time. Ball. And a 1-1.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
And that one is lifted in the air. Varela on the move. And that is that. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And stepping in for the Astros, Arthur Ventura. Up the middle. Sends it to first. Leadoff hitter gone in the 3rd. Lamb stepping in. One door closed, but here's another shot, Singy. This guy has a chance to deliver.
Opportunity to be a great teammate right here, Boog. Nothing says I got you like a 2-out ribby.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. 1 run's in. The tying run is in to score, and we are starting over. Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball 1. I thought that was a strike, and here's a challenge. This one belted deep left field, on its way, gone. A 3-run homer. It's his 8th home run of the year, and the Brewers have the lead. It's 5-2.
The one thing the pitcher didn't want to happen just happened. That's not an easy one to stomach. A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
1 out man at first. So next up for Houston, Vladimir Lerma. Out to short. Good feed. That's one. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice. So now here's the DH, Conrad Smart. Ground ball up the middle. Lamb. And that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. Next for the Brewers, Charlie Lamb. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye. That's ripped into the outfield. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Headed for the plate. The relay throw. And he's out. He's out! Here comes the skipper.
For the Astros, number 22, Jeremy Correa.
Fought off foul. Brings it in for the 3rd out. Runner at second. DeAndre Werner up next for the Astros. So the tying run at second. Out to short, Lamb. Throws to first in time. That's out number 2.
You expect to see shortstops make great plays, and it's especially important in a big moment like that. Nicely done.
Hit hard on the ground to short. And that is that. Brewers. Big spot here. Bottom of the ninth. Down to their final out. DeAndre Werner up next for the Astros. 1 strike away. That ball is foul, and the pressure is building. Bottom of the ninth, 1-run game, 2 on. Werner will hit next. 2 on, 2 outs. This to third. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Brewers strand the go-ahead run to hold on for the win. Lamb kept the hitting streak alive.
Well, you can't win a lot of games without hitters delivering like he did in this one. No question, he's a key contributor for him.
Here's some real power at the plate. Charlie Lamb, right now with more RBIs than anyone in the National League.
Ball.
Liner, and this could be trouble. Burke, round second on his way to third.
Everything came together for him. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Line drive, base hit. One runs in, fires it to the plate. Safe at home, and the runner scores from second. It's 2-zip. So 2 down. Conrad Smart, the next to hit. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's out number 3. In the air, right field. Varela on his way over. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. So 2 on with 2 away. Now it's the shortstop. And a payoff pitch. Hit on the ground to short. Lamb. Tosses to first, and that will end the inning. 1 down. And the batter now, Adolfo Varela. Out to short, Lamb. Tosses to first, and there's 2 down. So digging in, Conrad Smart. Runner takes off. Pitching for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. Lamb stepping in now. The inning's been quiet, but a chance here to turn up the volume.
Yeah, and you love that mentality. A little thunder could bring that dugout back to life.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. 2 down, nobody on. The other way. And that's just foul. Inside, and it hit him. He had him 1-2. So a new pitcher out of the bullpen for the Astros, Tom Hernandez. Well, step off throw to first. Lamb dives back in safely.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way.
Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Throw, safe. Chris, there aren't many players faster than him, and StatCast demonstrates that for us right here.
Yeah, it breaks down the data for us on a close play, and that top speed is about as fast as we've ever seen, Boog, and clearly it was the difference maker on that play.
Man at second. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Safe, and they're up by 3.
Well done, drives in the run. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Lamb tosses to first. That ends the frame. Bottom of the inning. Here's the Astros leadoff man, Arthur Ventura. Swing and a ground ball out to short. In plenty of time to first, and the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th. Now, Charlie Lamb. He's one of the best players in the game. Out towards right center field. Varela settles underneath it. He's got it, and there's 2 down. Runners at the corners here, 1 away. Conrad Smart now at the plate. 2 on, 1 out. Double play ball to second. There's 1. Got him. The double play cuts down the potential. Number 13 digs in. They're in front, but that lead could shrink quickly.
A little breathing room never hurt, Boog. He's got the bat to supply that 0-2.
Fouled off down the right side.
Well, these Brewers showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. One thing that really stands out is their chase rate.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Out of here. So he blasts one out the other way. His 21st of the year, and they add on. It's 6-4.
A little more breathing room is always a good thing in baseball, and now they have it. It's like he's playing wiffle ball up there, and that's typically not the easiest way to hit a home run. To the slight opposite field, into the gap. Man, making it look easy, that's for sure.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Conrad Smart up next for the Astros. Tying run at the plate. Taps softly to the right side. Steps on the bag himself. Ball game. Lamb had a sensational showing in the win. 2 hits, including that long ball.
I'll tell you, Boog, I was excited every time he came up. When a player is locked in like he was, it's a really special feeling. Great job in this one.
Lamb stepping in now. You look at the career splits, and it's just batting practice for him, Singy.
Yeah, this pitcher's ERA has a little dent in it thanks to this guy. Total domination.
Here comes the 0-1.
Ball.
Lamb with a homer in his last game.
Ball.
Next pitch
That's
misses.
inside,
Ball 3.
Guy like this can be tough. You know he's not going to try to beat you with velocity, but he's going to sink it, he's going to change speeds, and he's going to pitch backwards at times.
Varela takes it in for the out. That's out number 2. Back here in Houston, start of the 4th, Charlie Lamb up now for the Brewers. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Well, these Brewers definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. I'm specifically talking.
Oh, this ball is crushed into left field. It's on its way and gone. His 22nd homer of the year, and we have a tie ball game. It's 1-1. That adds another game to his hitting streak, Chris.
Yeah, he's been doing so many things well at the plate and clearly driving the ball with some authority as part of that. He's really dangerous with the bat in his hands right now.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here's the shortstop at the plate. Yowar. Swing and a ground ball. Lamb. The throw to first. Finally gets the first out here on the grounder. Grounds one to short. Whips it to first on the run, but it's not in time. Base hit.
Definitely a tough play, but he seems to have had a little trouble getting rid of it, and that made all the difference. With the speed running up the line, you got to be perfect, and right there, he just couldn't get it there in time.
Check swing. Now we'll look down to first. And yes, he did. He went around.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Ball.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Tying run is at first, and we're at the top of the fifth.
Ball.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He didn't make it easy. Bruno Tapia digs in now. Hit on the ground to short. Lamb. 1 at second. What a double play that was. Inning over. One down. Now here is Charlie Lamb. Almost got him.
Talk about the right guy at the right spot. They really need a rally, and this guy is someone you can believe in to find a way to get on base.
Drilled out towards left center field. Back there. To the warning track. Makes the catch.
Typically not easy to...
DeAndre Tompkins up now for the Brewers. In the air, left field. Lerma in position. He pulls it down. Ball game. And the Astros salvage the finale of this 3-game series. Lamb had a great showing in this game despite the team's loss. Had a pair of hits, one of them a homer.
Well, Boog, they may want to change how they approach him next time because he was just incredible in this one. He looked like a threat every time up, even in a loss.
Charlie Lamb is getting first and second, 2 outs. Cy Reyna digs in for the Guardians. 2 on, 2 outs. On the ground, out to short. To first, that ends the inning, and they limit the damage. 1 down. Next for Milwaukee, Charlie Lamb.
Bringing the cheese on that one.
Lamb matched a homer in his last game. Yeah, that's fouled off. Drilled in the air out towards right center. Cruz on the move to the alley. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 2 away. That one close, ruled a ball. Ball 1.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Late on that fastball.
That's ball 2.
Nice grab. Throw to first, and very nicely done for the out.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Swing and he popped it up. Lamb under it. And there's 2 down. Lamb stepping in. A base hit here could shift the vibe. They're just one swing away from changing the rhythm of this ball game.
Yeah, Boog, that's the beauty of baseball. You always have a chance if you've got a player like this to lead off the inning.
Well, these Brewers showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. The numbers say their chase rate, or swings at pitches outside the zone, is under 25%, and I think it's a big reason why they're scoring runs.
Off the plate, ball 1.
By not chasing out of the zone, they're getting good pitches to hit. When you can do that, you have a much better chance to square up the baseball and do damage like they have so far.
Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. And he's going to make it to first. And we'll see how they score. There goes the runner. Pitching for a strike. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. And that's another stolen base for the league leader.
You know, having a good lead is so key when you're stealing bases, even if you've got great speed. But if you don't have great speed, but can get an extended lead and a good jump, you can steal bases on a catcher who can really throw it. That's a nice job right there.
Nope,
Activity in the bullpen. Alton Moore, the American League saves leader, looks to be warming up. Shot into the gap, and that should bring in the run. Runner around third, and now they trail by 1. And the tying runs at second base with a double.
Big time at bat right there. Comes through, and they're back within a run. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ball game.
Stepping up for the Guardians, Leo Cerna. What a stop. Over to first. It's there, and that's a great play. Big spot here, bottom of the 9th. down to their final out. Up now for Milwaukee. Charlie up the middle, and he can't come up with it. Runner from third into score. And he's going to make it to first, and we'll see how they score. Number 13 digs in. He's up against an 85-plus rated arm, which basically means good luck.
Yeah, Boog, if he reaches base here, somebody better start checking for controller cheats.
Activity for the first time in that bullpen down there. Number 63 up and throwing. Up the middle. Oh, a great flip. And that's a nice play to end the inning. Back here at American Family Field. On to the bottom of the 10th. Humberto Esposito up now for the Brewers. Hit on the ground to the right side. Can't glove it cleanly. And they get the out. Good recovery. Wasn't easy following the misplay. Oh, look at the stop. Fires to first, and they get the out.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there.
And now the catcher comes up to him. DeAndre Tompkins. That one lifted to left. Reyna gets under it, and that's the third out. Lamb digs in. The crowd knows what's at stake. One swing, and it's handshakes and high fives.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy who doesn't shy away from the spotlight. Let's see what he's got right here.
Base hit into the outfield. Here comes the throw. The winning run crosses the plate, and the Brewers win it in 12. Lamb managed to keep the hitting streak alive.
It was a good game to begin with, but when you factor in how he walked it off for him, that's just the cherry on top. This one's got to feel good.
And a final 8-7. A one-run extra inning win. Charlie Lamb has been one down. Now here is Howie Cruz. Slashes this one, and it could be trouble. Around first and hustling for second.
Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap, and I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Base hit. And that's a one-out single. Humberto Esposito now at the plate. Homered last night. Quick toss to first. Lamb back in on a dive. First offering. Runner goes.
That's the ball.
There's the ball. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. And that extends his lead for the most stolen bases in baseball. Man at second. In the air, right field. Cruz under it. Takes it in for the out.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
This one in the air, center field. Medeiros settles under this one. And that is that. Runner at first with two away. Stepping in, Howie Cruz. Swing at a ground ball. Culver. Throws to first in time. That ends the inning. Man at first, one away. Fought off foul. And he's currently the team leader in batting average, Chris. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Oh, 0-2 now.
Ball, that's in.
Still tied at 0. Last of the third. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. And when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember.
Slings to first, one away here in the fifth. Lamb, a former Gold Glove winner, more than 2,000 hits in his career. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. That's to third, and foul ball. The 0-1. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one carrying, and gone. His 23rd of the year, and they throw a pair on the board. It's 4-0.
His confidence is through the roof with the way he's been swinging it lately. He's on a really good run. Well, not every home run is a majestic blast off the bat, and even though he hit it pretty well, it was anything but a sure thing to get out. But today, the conditions were right. He got just enough of it, and I think the backspin really helped that thing carry.
So 2 down. Charlie Lamb up now for the Brewers. He's already homered in this game. That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. And it is gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game. And they add a couple more. It's 7-0. Singy, say hey to 660 home runs. He just tied Willie Mays.
Well, Boog, some argue that Willie Mays was the greatest player of all time, but to have just tied him, boy, that's an incredible accomplishment. For a guy with top-tier power, this is just another day at the office. Always a threat to send one out. I just don't know how you're supposed to pitch to him.
Back to work, 3-2 now. On the ground, a second, might be 2. They get 1. How about that double play?
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
2 outs, bases full. Charlie Lamb, and a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. High fly ball, right field. Cruz under it, and the inning is over. So runner at second, 2 down. Donovan Bravo digs in for the Guardians. This could end it. Lined into right. Base hit. Fires it to the plate. It's offline. The run comes in. It's 8-5. So a man at first. Troy Britton digs in for the Guardians. And now it's 1-2. This one in the air, center field. Makes the catch. Ball game. And the Brewers take the first 2 games of this series. Lamb moved into a tie for career homers with Willie Mays as he hit number 660 in this one.
Pretty good company to keep, Boog. Being tied with arguably the best player of all time. I'm sure he wants to keep moving up the list.
Charlie Lamb, fresh off, just about ready to roll. Digging in, Nicky Kincaid. On the ground to short, Lamb. And the first out of the game is an easy one. 1 down. Charlie Lamb up now for the Brewers. Ripped on the ground to second. Fires over to first. And 2 away now. Donovan Bravo digs in for the Guardians. This one popped up. Lamb under it. And that is that.
Well, strike one is so critical in a bat like this with a real threat at the plate looking to do damage.
That one fouled off. Out to short, Polito. there with plenty of time, and that ends the inning. Leo Cerna digs in for the Guardians. The 0-1. Ground ball up the middle. There's one. A sensational double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Lamb in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Sliced hard but foul. And that one upstairs, ball 1. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. 2 down, nobody on. There's a swing and a drive. And foul ball. And that one hammered. And that one is foul, so we'll try it again. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. He didn't make it easy for him. So 2 down, and up next for Cleveland, Leo Cerna. 1 strike away. In the air, left side, and it drops in. And the tying run is on base.
That's tremendous fight from him, and I know.
So digging in, Howie Cruz. And a payoff pitch. Got him, and that's the ball game. Lamb had the kind of game you'd like to avoid.
Well, I don't want to pile on a player when he's down, but that was a lousy game at the dish. Sure, they got the win, but if he performs like that, it doesn't make it easy.
Charlie Lamb. Cy Irving, the next to hit for the Reds. Swing and a ground ball. Slinging it to first in time. Charlie Lamb up now for the Brewers. So we'll see what the former batting champ can do here, Chris.
That's
Lamb
a check.
tries
What do you
to
got?
hold up, appeal to first, and he held up.
Let's go, Charlie.
The 1-0. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1. In the air, right field. Irving takes it in for the out. 2 down. Swing and a ball lined out towards center, and a base hit. Runner holds it second, so another base hit could get us the first run of the game.
Yep.
And that one fouled off.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that is a big first out. Next for the Brewers, Josh Werner.
And Boog, I'd say he's due.
Ball
He
1.
can move the ball around, add and subtract, get some weak contact at times. So You don't worry as much about him in this situation. Very capable of getting a ground ball and get out of this little jam.
2 on, 1 out. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Hard ground ball for a base stop. Here comes the runner. Fires to the plate. Save. In comes the run from second. On the board first, it's 1-0.
P-Ride.
And that drops in for a strike.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Ground ball left side, and it goes just foul. Way inside. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Traffic on the bases with one already in. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
That's a foul ball.
Foul ball. Henderson. They get 1. Applies the tag, and they get 2. Next for Cincinnati, Jason Dominguez. On the ground, Lamb. Whips it to first, and 2 away now.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
In the air to left center, under it. 1 down. Lamb stepping in now. It's clutch time, Singy. Go-ahead run sitting out there begging to be driven in.
Yeah, it sounds easier said than done, but he's just got to lock in and trust the process. One clean swing could change this ball game.
In the dirt. Nothing happening on the bases, though. Two on, 1 out. This one in the air, center field. Gets there. He's under it. 2 away. And ready to hit now for Cincinnati, Gunnar Henderson. Runner on the go. Pitching for a strike. Throw to second. See.
Now a good opportunity to potentially jump ahead in this game here in the later inning.
Next for Milwaukee, Rylan Hoover. The Brewers down to their final strike. Got him, and that's the ball game. Lamb with an unremarkable performance in the loss.
Not one to put on the personal highlight reel necessarily, but wasn't a big downfall for him in the loss.
Lamb digging in. This matchup has been one-sided and not in the pitcher's favor, Chris.
Yeah, probably circled this one when the schedule came out. Might as well hand him the remote. He's been in full control in this one.
The 0-1. Foul ball. Hit hard on the ground to the right side, and it stays fair. And he'll pull into second safely.
And if you're the pitcher, you can't be frustrated. You know this is going to be the toughest batter that you face tonight, and you're going to have to face him a couple of times. So you just tip your cap and hope that you can get the next guy out.
Back to the mound. It hit him. Still able to get it there in time. And they do get the out. Now the Brewers cleanup hitter, Junior Caminero, 6th in the NL in RBIs.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
And that's way high. And a count 2-1. 2 outs and a runner at third here in the second game of the series. Next offering in there for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one missed. Slides for the stop to first, and they get the out. We played an inning, no score. 1 down. In now for the Reds, Derek Dudek. Up the middle, Lamb. And now 2 gone. Ripped to the right center. Should be extra bases. Headed for the plate. Throw cut off to third. And he's out easily. But 1 run. So runner at second, 2 down. Chavez digs in now. Man at second. Ground ball up the middle. Lamb. Tosses to first. And he has thrown 4. Lamb steps in, 2 down, nothing cooking so far, but 1 swing can get something sizzling.
He knows it too, Boo. That body language says, yes, chef.
Lamb, a former Gold Glove winner, 30 years old now. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. Strike 2.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
Struck him out swinging. Had him out front. So runner at second, 2 down. Chavez will hit next. Man on second, 2 down. Up the middle, Lamb. And that's terrific work out of the bullpen. 1 pitch. So 2 down. Charlie Lamb now at the plate. He's one of the best players in the game. To the right side, Chavez gets it to first, and that's the 3rd out. At the plate, Angel Henao. Man at second. Out to short. And that is that. Lamb stepping in. This is why you lift all those weights, singing. 1 swing could send everybody home.
Yeah, and he's shown the ability to deliver in moments just like this. All eyes on the batter's box.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. They're down to their final strike.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back.
And he makes the catch. Ball game, and the Reds take the first 2 games of this series on the road. Lamb played well, but couldn't lift the team to a win.
Well, Boogie definitely made a difference for him in this one. Even in defeat, he can hold his head high.
One out man at first. Stepping in, the slugging shortstop, Gunnar Henderson. And the 1-0. Runner takes off, pitch in for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close. Lamb steps in, facing one of the top arms in the league. Big moment, big challenge.
You know, Boog, these are the matchups that tell you what a hitter is made of. Let's see what he brings to the table right here.
Up the middle, into the outfield, base hit. And that's a one-out single. Now quick throw to first. Lamb back on a dive. Runner on the go. That's it for a strike. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. And the league leader in stolen bases does it again.
Looks like the base runner had a pretty good feel on the pitcher's move. After that pick over, seemed to settle in, and he took off right away. Nice job of stealing second right there. These two guys, a lot of respect for one another.
Ball.
Lifted in the air, right center field. He's got it. Runner tags at second.
Now, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
No,
I think it's very
inside.
important to establish the inside part of the plate early. It sets the tone for the rest of the game.
Swing and a miss.
That looked like a case of deciding to swing no matter what. That pitch was way up. Nice job of the pitcher knowing that this hitter's looking for something up that he can drive, but he just expanded the zone to his advantage.
Man on second, 2 down. Swings through that one for strike 2. That misses the zone, and it's 3-2.
Just missing off the plate there, according to the umpire, and out there on the mound, maybe trying to get an explanation. Can't say he's convinced, but it looks like he's accepted it.
Leary. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Runner at first with 2 away. Now it's going to be Jake Webb. The 0-1. Runner on the move. Pitch in for a strike. Go to second. Ow! And that'll end it. So 2 down. Next for Cincinnati, Cy Irving. The 0-2. On the ground to short. Throws across the diamond. And that is that. Lamb digs in. He's had this pitcher's number. Fastball off speed. It hasn't mattered, Singy.
Yeah, you can tell he steps in with confidence. It's like he already knows the answer to the test.
And there's a foul ball. The 0-1. Oh, look at the stop. Over to first. And very nicely done for the out. So bases all loaded up. Joey Pearson, the next to hit for the Reds. Out to short. Lamb. Sends it across the first. Out. Cy Irving getting ready to hit. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a ground ball. That ends the frame. Red. Lamb digging in to get something started for this offense. That's the ask right now.
Yeah, you get on base, maybe things start rolling. Even a little noise can wake up the dugout.
Got him to chase one upstairs there.
Well, these Brewers looking to string together better at bats when they have runners on, but it just hasn't happened for them yet. They've had their chances with runners in scoring position, but nobody's been able to deliver a big hit in those situations.
And that misses off the outside edge.
And you got to give some credit to the other side as well. They've been able to get out of a few tough jams, but frustration is mounting for this offense, no doubt.
In the air out to center. It gets down, a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
That'll work.
There goes the runner. Pitching for a strike. And it's safe.
In there.
It's a stolen base. Strike two.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to.
Move to second. Lamb dives back in safely. The Reds holding on to a 2-run lead here in the bottom of the 6th. Hard liner. Brings it in. Runner tags at second.
Come on, get down.
In there safely. So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Junior Caminero, has grounded out a couple of times. And fouled off.
And I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
That one inside. Look out. And a count 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away.
It's so hard to slow yourself down when you see that juicy breaking ball, but the most success happens when you try to take that right back up the middle approach.
And a good eye there. One away with a runner at third. And that misses. And a full count now.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
3-2 on the way. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Payoff pitch. And he walked him. And after that long battle, he's aboard, representing the tying run. First pitch just misses.
So he can move the ball around, add and subtract, get some weak contact at times. So you don't.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Out of here. He crushes that one to center field. His 11th of the year, and they take the lead. It's 3-2.
The one thing the pitcher didn't want to happen just happened. That's not an easy one to stomach. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
First and second, 2 outs. Leary, the next to hit. 2 on, 2 outs. Swing and a chopper. Flips it. It's there, and that's a great play. 2 outs. Runner on first. Up now for Milwaukee, Charlie Lamb. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. This one in the air right field. And the inning is over. Milwaukee leaves one. One down, runner at first. Joey Pearson, the next to hit for the Reds. To short, could be two. The flip, there's one. Double play.
Got it.
What a clean killing, Dan. Lamb stepping in now, down one, tying run in scoring position, and a hitter who's not shy about the spotlight.
Yeah, he's been clutching these spots before. His dugout wouldn't mind seeing a big swing of the bat here, Boog.
So the tying run at second. In the dirt. Well done behind the dish. The 0-2. On the ground, right side. Leary steps on the bag, but the tying run moves up to third, so they'll be... So a runner at third, 2 outs. Junior Caminero up now for the Brewers. High fly ball, right field. And he makes the catch. Ball game, and the Reds come in here and finish off a 3-game sweep. Lamb with a solid contribution even despite the loss.
Well, Boog, it was a strong individual day for him. Even if they couldn't quite get the win, this is a game he can feel really good about.
Charlie Lamb has been. Lamb steps in now. He knows what's waiting for him, Singy. An arm of top-tier command and stuff to match.
Yeah, no freebies here, Boog. You got to earn everything when you're up against a pitcher of this caliber. These two guys, a lot of respect for one another.
Inside, almost got him.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Skeens, more than 100 career wins on the mound. He's a former National League Cy Young Award winner. On a line out towards center. He's got it, and there's one down.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time, as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
Up the middle, Lamb. There's one. Throw to first,
No,
but he beat it.
he's safe.
So 2 down, and up next for St. Louis, Max Muncy. On the ground. Tosses to first, and the inning is over. Lamb locks in. I don't know if it's the release point or what, but he smashed this pitcher like a piñata.
Yeah, and it seems like every at-bat's a birthday party, Boog. Might be time to send a gift basket and hope for mercy.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
Foul ball still 0-2. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Yeah, that ball's hard. Get back.
Quick toss to first. Lamb back on a dive.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Runner takes off. Strike in there. Safe at second, and that was not close. And that extends his lead for the most stolen bases in baseball.
Well, we all know this team is struggling right now, and sometimes you just got to do something different to generate some offense. A little more aggressive right there to put the pressure on the opponent. We'll see if it pays off on the scoreboard for this team.
Ball.
Line drive and foul ball.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, hitters aren't touched it.
So next, it's the Brewers cleanup hitter, Josh Werner. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hand.
Hit hard on the ground is short. Gets it to first, but they cut it to 1 as the run comes in. Swing and a miss. And that is strike 1. The Cardinals leading by 3, and we're at the top of the 5th. Ground ball up the middle. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. And he's going to make it to first, and we'll see how they score it. Quick move to first. Lamb dives back in safely. Esposito with a homer in his last game. Runner on the move. Pitching for a strike. Throw there.
Beat it up.
Safe. 1 out and a runner at second. Late with the swing there. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. That misses.
Ball, that's low.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Stays alive. Lamb, the runner at second with 1 away. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one.
All right. That's inside. That's a ball.
Strike 2. Swings and misses. Struck him out. 1 hit. And stepping in for the Cardinals, William Yoder. Out to short. Lamb. Throw to first is in time. Lamb steps in, 2 outs, no one on, but he's stepping in with a purpose.
Trying to make this pitcher sweat a little, Boog. You've got to break up the rhythm. Even a long at bat would be a win here.
This one in the air, center field. Medrano on the move. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. Now up the Cardinals' number 4 hitter, Alex Medrano. Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. Ground ball could be 2. The flip, 1 at second, and that's 2. Next for Milwaukee, Mitchell Anderle. 1 strike away. Got him, and that's the ball game. Lamb with a nice showing despite the loss.
No question that he delivered at the dish for him. Even though it wasn't enough to get them the W, this was a good showing at the plate.
Lamb stepping in now. Tough matchup here when you're facing someone that throws 97 miles an hour on the black.
Yeah, Boog, forget the scouting report. He's just got to step in the box and trust his instincts.
Popped up. Zeller settles under this one, and there's 2 down. Two of the most potent offenses in the game squaring off. So 2 down, and up next for St. Louis, Corey Johnson. Up the middle, and that's the 3rd out. Two down, base is empty, but 1 run across here in the 2nd game of the series. Swings and misses. 0-2.
He's in a great spot right here. Ahead in the count 0-2. All 4 pitches in play right here, partner.
Struck him out swinging. Tied him up on a fastball. We go to the top of the 5th. Charlie Lamb steps in. League leader in OPS, Singy.
Yeah, he's crushing mistakes, but also taking what pitchers give him. That's next level hitting.
What a stop to first. Nicely done for the out. 1 out man at first. Alex Medrano digs in now. The 0-1. Runner takes off. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. Tag. Out at second. Lamb stepping in now. It's been a tough day at the plate, Singy.
Yeah, 1 swing here, and he'll be able to flush out his rocky performance in this one, Boog. It's time to come through.
Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. These 2 offenses can put up runs in a hurry. 2 on, 2 outs. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. Action in the pen down there. Connor Phillips, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. Oh, and now a wild pitch. And 2 in scoring position now, thanks to that wild pitch. The 1-2. Swing and a ground ball. A dive, he's got it from his backside, and that's a nice play to end the inning. So runner at second, 2 down. Fred James next up for the Cardinals. Tying run at the plate. Base hit. Runner around third. Here's the throw. Safe. And the runner from second scores on the play. And now they trail by 1. Kyle Teal next up for the Cardinals. On the ground to the left. Lamb. Out with room to spare, and that's the inning. So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Ronnie Mauricio now. 2 on, 2 outs. Chopped left side. Lamb. In plenty of time to first, inning over. 1 down. Charlie Lamb will hit next. He's one of the best players in the game. This one driven deep center field, on its way, home run. Homer number 25 of the year, and they add on. It's 8-4.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there.
If you hit the ball that far, you know we're going to check the numbers. Let's go back to the Nerd Herd and StatCast. That was impressive.
Yeah, wow. I mean, they don't hit them much farther than that, Boog. Everything's got to come together to hit a ball like that, and he really showed us something right there.
So a man at first. Stepping in, William Yoder. The Cards down to their final strike. Bounce to the left side. Lamb. That's the ball game. Lamb went by Willie Mays with the 661st homer of his career in this game.
What an amazing career he's had, Boog. When your name is right up there alongside Willie Mays, you know you've done something truly special. Congratulations to him on an incredible accomplishment.
Charlie Lamb, the next to hit.
Charlie Lamb.
You got this, Bolling.
Lamb matched a homer in his last game. The 0-1.
That's a ball. Outside.
Just getting started here in St. Louis. Hammered down the right side, but foul. And a ball and 2 strikes. On the ground, right side. And that one handled. Fires to first in time. That one almost got him.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
That's a laser base hit.
Pick it up. Pick it up.
And with the inning still alive, here comes the heart of the order. Runner on the go. That's in for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. And the league leader in stolen bases does it again.
Well, it really doesn't matter what the situation is. When a guy like this gets on first, you know he's going to steal second at some point during the at-bat. Nice job to get into scoring position. The defense probably knew it was coming, but they just couldn't do anything to stop it.
And this one squirts away from the catcher.
Right, hold on right here.
The throw to third, in there safely. Not close with that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Swings and misses. That's the third out. Brewers strand 1. They trail at 5-2. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And stepping in for the Cardinals, Alex Medrano. Out to short.
1-1.
Lamb. On the run, throw to first, and he gets him. Nicely done. Runner at first with 2 away. Ronnie Mauricio now. Runner on the go. Strike in there. Throw to second. Ow! And that'll end the inning. So digging in, William Yoder. Up the middle. Sends it to first. 2 out. 2 of the most potent offenses in the game squaring off. And he grounds one to the right side. And that chance handled. They take the force out. That's out number. First and second, 1 out. Ronnie Mauricio next up for the Cardinals. Hit on the ground might be 2. They get 1. Double play. And that'll do it for the inning. Now it's the right fielder, Fred James. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Lamb. Toss to second, to first, but it pulls him off the bag.
Well, they had the chance to turn in two right there, but I don't think he got a good grip on the ball as he tried to transfer from glove to throwing hand. They say you can't assume a double play. I beg to differ at the big league level, but it's going to be ruled as a fielder's choice.
So 2 on with 2 away. Here's the second baseman. There goes the runner. Pitching for a strike. And that's a stolen base, not even close.
When you're trying to swipe a bag against an elite level arm behind the plate like this guy, you better get a great jump and hope that your speed can finish this job. That was a great jump right there. Really nice steal at second base.
Line drive, base hit. 1 run is in. Now a second crosses the plate, and it's now 10-2. William Yoder next up for the Cardinals. Runner takes off. Pitching for a strike.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe a bag against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal a base. But right here, they successfully moved that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
That one misses, and now 3-0. That's ball 4, trying another fastball, but missed the spot.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. Runner on the move. There's a ball.
No, that's up.
No throw, safe at second. And the 1-0. 6 straight outside the strike zone. And that misses as well. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. A little out front there as he swings through it. 1 out and a runner at second, and we're in the top of the 8th. Fights it off. He'll see another. Strike 3. Got him with the sweeper.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this.
New arm of the mound for the Cardinals, Stephen Harper.
Well, he's had trouble at times keeping the ball in the park this season. Something to keep in mind here.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Next offering is fouled back.
Ball.
In the dirt. Lamb stands at second with 2 gone. Next one just misses, and it's 3-2. Got him. 3rd out. So 2 down. Josh Werner up now for the Brewers. The Brewers down to their final strike. Hit in the air, left field. He's got it. Ball game. And the Cardinals win the rubber match of this 3-game series. Lamb did well in the losing effort. Singled and drew a walk in this one.
Not one to put on the personal highlight reel necessarily, but wasn't a big downfall for him in the loss.
Charlie Lamb has been absolutely For the Brewers, Charlie Lamb.
Charlie Lamb.
In the air, right field. Valdez should have this one. And there's one down. Next to hit, Lewis Bellamy. Lamb. There's one. Relay to first.
You're out.
Double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Francis.
One down. And here's the DH for the Cubs, Rich Martins. Hard hit left side. Tosses to first.
You're out.
And there are 2 outs. Way inside, gets out of the way.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
That one pushed foul. Outside with a breaking ball. And a foul ball. Oh, that got away from him. And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning. Quick move to first. Throw is low, and he can't pick it. And he airmails it out of play. Look out.
Come on, Montenegro.
Pitch misses there. Ball 1. And
That's
another
a ball.
ball. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. There's the strike. Good job to fight that one off.
Let's go, Steve.
Man at second. Next offering misses down and away.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
This one in the air, center field. Francis under this one. And there's one away. So up next, Junior Caminero. He's already homered in this one.
Runner, yes,
Here's the pitch. Runner on the move. Laser to the gap. Should score the run. In comes the run from second. And it's 4-0. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Comes through with the RBI. That was exactly what you're looking to do with the pitch away, especially in that situation. Drive it into the opposite field gap. Got himself 2 bags on a great swing of the bat.
Flips it, and very nicely done for the out. Cubs won. And he gets tied up right there.
Well, these Brewers really impressing me with the quality of their bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to this.
Oh, now this one's high and deep. Way back there. On its way. Gone. A 2-run shot, and they add to their lead.
He's going to the plate with a ton of confidence lately, and he's getting the results to back it up. No doubt, those two things feed off one another. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
One down at the plate, Mike Bovee. In the air on the infield, Lamb in position. And there's two down. Now the Cubs catcher. The wind, the kick, and the 1-2. Chopped left side, Lamb. There with plenty of time, and that ends the inning. One down. Charlie Lamb will hit next. Up the middle to first, 2 away now. And up next for Chicago, Tim Francis. Oh, 1 down. Out to short. Lamb tossed to second. Double play. That was some defensive wizardry. And now the shortstop, Charlie Lamb. He's already homered in this game.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
That's a laser base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Yeah.
This one in the air, center field. Francis settles underneath it. 1 down. Junior Caminero up now for the Brewers.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
Ball 1.
Close, but called a ball. Ball 2. I thought that was a strike, and here's a challenge.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Two on, 1 out. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. 2 down. And first offering is fouled off. Two on, 2 outs. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Ball. Ball,
really
too
good
high.
take, especially with 2 strikes.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Three, 2 now. And they'll do it again. foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Swings and misses, struck him out. He didn't make it easy for him. Bottom of the ninth. Now it'll be the Cubs DH. Rich Martins.
Come on, Rich.
0-1. Hit on the ground to short.
1-1.
Gets it to first.
Yeah, you're out.
And the leadoff man retired. Now, Ralphie Velasquez. The Cubs down to their final strike. In the air, left field. Makes the catch. Ball game. And the Brewers take game one of the series on the road. Lamb had a sensational showing in the win.
Well, they may want to change how they approach him next time because he was just incredible in this one. He looked like a threat every time he came up.
Charlie Lamb up now for the Brewers. Homered last night, added another hit as well. First pitch, not close. Lamb recently taking home Player of the Month honors.
And what a show he put on last month, Boog. Really impressive work at the dish, and I'm sure his teammates and the coaching staff appreciate it. Great having a bat like this in the lineup.
Hammered down the right side, but foul. The 1-2. Swings through him for the K. Went back to the slider, and it was a good idea. Back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Here's the second baseman. On the ground, Lamb. Out with room to spare, and that's the inning. So up next for Chicago, Rich Martins. 2 on, 2 outs. Chop back up the middle. Takes it to the base for the force out, and that's the third. Here at Wrigley Field, start of the fourth, Charlie Lamb up now for the Brewers. Swinging a foul back, that's out of play. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Ball, no.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Here's a 1-2. What a stop. Fires to first. Nicely done for the out. 1 out. The possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Lifted in the air, right center field. And there's 2 down. Back here at the friendly confines. We go to the 8th. Charlie Lamb up now for the Brewers. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And they have their first hit since the second inning. Runner on the go. Pitching for a strike. And that's a stolen base, not even close. And that extends his lead for the most stolen bases in baseball. Comes up empty. The Cubs bullpen with some action. Number 48 getting ready to go. Vargas warming up as well. Now a check swing grounder.
All right, ease up, ease up.
Takes it himself. First out in the top of the 8th.
Nice job of deception right there by the pitcher. Got the hitter out there a little bit. Couldn't check his swing and induces a nice little ground out.
Esposito swings through it for strike one. That's a base hit. Run scores.
Well, that gets him a little closer in this one.
So back to the top of the order. Now it's going to be Ryan Burke. High fly ball, right field. Valdez has a beat on it. He's got it. Ball game. And the Cubs even this series up at a game apiece. Lamb with an unremarkable performance in the loss.
Not his best showing, but I hope he isn't too self-critical after they took the loss. Some things to build on in this game.
One down. Now it's the shortstop, Charlie Lamb.
That split is a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand. Looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
And that one hammered. Carrying well. And it's into the bleachers. Out of here. A solo shot. And the Brewers have the lead. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. For a pitcher, the odds are in your favor if you keep that breaking ball down. That time, he got punished for it. Hitter just did a really good job of staying within himself and getting the barrel to the baseball.
Bottom of the second. Now it'll be the Cubs DH, Rich Martins. Up the middle. Sends it to first.
Yes, you're out.
And quickly one away in the second. Lamb with another scorching run of play lately. The 0-1.
We've gotten used to seeing him put together impressive stretches throughout his career, Boog. When he's going like he is right now, it's really fun to watch it.
And that one is lifted in the air. Valdez on the move to the alley. And there are two down. Man at first, one away. Chris, he leads the way with the best batting average on the team. Breaking ball misses down and away.
Good miss with that changeup away. He needs a ball on the ground for a double play. Minimize the potential threat right here. On the hitter's side, nice job of laying off that pitch.
Francis drifts towards it. And there's two away. One down. And next is the designated hitter, Rich Martins. Grounds one to short. Lamb throws to first in time, and there's two down.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
Lamb stepping in now. Got the lead, but it's far from safe. He'll try to build on it right here.
Yeah, and you love seeing a team stay aggressive. Don't wait around. Keep applying pressure.
Sampson in his 6th season. He features a slider, a four-seamer, a cutter, a changeup, and he occasionally uses a curve. There's a swing and a drive. And he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. The 1-2. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Catcher has it, fires to first. Gets him. One away on a drop third strike. Rich Martins, the next Cub to hit. Now the 0-1. On the ground to the left. Lamb whips it to first. Ends the inning after they racked up. Man at first with one gone. So up next for Chicago, Luis Diaz. The 2-1. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. There's one. Double play.
He's out.
What a twin killing to end. Crowd locked in right now. One-run game here in the ninth. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. And that puts the tying run on base. Charlie Condon up now for the Brewers. He's already homered here in this one. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. That's in for a strike. Throw to second. Out of bounds. Safe. And that makes it 60 steals for him on the season.
Well, it's really showing us the dynamic skill set he brings.
Runner goes again. On the ground to first. Velasquez takes it to the bag. Just one out remaining for the Brewers.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Swing and a ground ball. Diaz. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Cubs win the rubber match of this three-game series. Lamb, certainly not the reason they lost this game. Had a pair of hits, one of them a homer.
Such a tremendous effort at the dish. They didn't get the win, but he certainly wasn't the reason they lost.
Charlie Lamb getting ready. All right, ready to get underway. Walker Jenkins digs in now. On the ground. One out in the top of the first. Now it's the second baseman, Bart Valentine.
Definitely scuffling at the dish lately. Barely hitting over the Mendoza line this month.
Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. That's in for a strike. And that's a stolen base. Not even close.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe a bag against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal a base. But right here, they successfully moved that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
And it's second. Got him looking. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out.
The shortstop, Charlie Lamb.
Charlie Lamb stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
That looked like a case of deciding to swing no matter what. That pitch was way up. Nice job of the pitcher knowing that this hitter's looking for something up that he can drive, but he just expanded the zone to his advantage.
Outside low, and the count now even up. Out to short. Handles, throws to first. Out. Number 2. Eduardo Zepeda getting ready to hit. On the ground to second, might be 2. There's 1. And that's 2. Back here at American Family Field. Bottom 4, Charlie Lamb. Up now for the Brewers. Foul ball there. Lamb with some impressive production lately. Drilled in the air out towards right center. Hernandez on his way over. He's got it. And there's 1 down. Big spot. 2 out. Both the tying and go-ahead runs are aboard. On a line out towards center. And that's the 3rd out. Back here in Milwaukee, now it's the right fielder, Steve Hernandez. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Fires to first on the run. It's there, and that's a great play. Now it's the shortstop, Barry Klein. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a ball popped up. Lamb settles underneath it. One up, one down.
That hanging breaking ball.
Go ahead run on base. Walker Jenkins, the next Pirate to hit. Here's the pitch. Runner on the goal. Strike in there. Go to second. Out. And that. Two gone. The possible go-ahead run at first. Lamb at the plate now, and that's strike one. The 0-1. This one in the air, center field. Jenkins settles under it. That is the inning. Now it's the DH, Carl Lantigua. Hit on the ground to short. Lamb fires to first in time.
Shortstops are expected to make tough plays look routine, and that's what he did right there. Just a great example of why he plays one of the most demanding positions on the field.
Runner takes off. Pitch misses
That's
in.
inside.
Throw. Save. And the tying run is now in scoring position. Chris Hinojosa, the next to hit. Here's your 1. Oh, he can't hang on. She'll still come home with it. Safe at the plate. And it's a 2-run lead in extra innings. Eduardo Zepeda will hit next. 2 on, 1 out. On the ground, could be 2. Flips it. There's 1. On to first, double play. Lamb digs in. He's left a few out there today, but this is the one that matters. RBI opportunity, Singy.
Yeah, his struggles today reset with the knock right here, Boog. Redemption is right in front of him.
Tying run at the plate. Hit hard on the ground is short. 1 out, the bottom of the 10th.
Couple of pitches and a quick.
Digging in, Junior Caminero. 1 strike away. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Base hit. Runner around third. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and now they trail by 1.
Well, it comes through.
Humberto Esposito digs in now. And the 1-0. In the air, right field. Hernandez settles under this one. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Pirates strand the tying run on base to win it.
Nice work out of the bullpen for that first MLB win, Boog. They turned to him when they didn't have the lead. He kept things steady, and he's rewarded with the W.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Steve Hernandez. 2 on, 1 out. On the ground to the left, Lamb. In plenty of time to first, and there's 2 away. Now it's the power speed combo, Charlie Lamb, the National League leader in runs batted in this year. Melendez takes it in for the out. 1 down.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Up the middle, Lamb. Oh, a great flip, and they get the out. Runner at second, 2 down. Swing and a pop-up. Mejia in position. And the inning is over. That one fouled off. And the 0-1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
He was really trying to stay back for something off speed. That's why he was so tardy on that swing.
Swings and misses. And that's 4 strikeouts. Now it's the right fielder, Steve Hernandez. Up the middle, Lamb. Throws to first in time. Diego Del Villar, the next Pirate to hit. Runner on the go. Pitching for a strike. Throw to second. Save.
When you're trying to swipe a bag against an elite level arm behind the plate like this guy, you better get a great jump and hope that your speed can finish this job. That was a great jump right there. Really nice steal of second base.
That's out to center field. Jenkins settles underneath it. And that is that. 1 out. Runner at second. Steve Hernandez now at the plate. Man at second. Swing and a ground ball. Whips it to first. 2 down. Rylan Hoover, the next to hit. Flint is just 1 strike away. Got him, and that's the ball game. Lamb with a forgettable showing in the loss.
Oh, certainly a frustrating game at the plate, Boog. I think he'd be the first to tell you he's capable of better. I'm sure the loss isn't sitting well with him either.
Charlie Lamb will hit next. Right now with more RBIs than anyone in the National League. On the ground. Into the outfield, base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. Check swing, and he went. That's strike 1.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in. He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
Got him swinging for the K, but no advance from the runners.
Oh, it can be so tough as a hitter to pull yourself out of an extended slump, one that lasts for several games, even a week or more. You know, right now, he's really in one, so I'm sure his mind is all over the place, racing, having a hard time sleeping, trying to figure out what can get him back on track, back to feeling more comfortable and settled in the box.
Late on that fastball. Runners at first and second with 1 gone here in the 3rd and final game of the series. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Fights it off, you'll see another.
Good purpose pitch right there, trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
Good job to fight that one off. That misses, and the count's full.
They tried to get him to go, chase the pitch down and away, but he wouldn't bite.
And that'll load the bases.
When you go that deep into an at-bat, the hitter usually comes out on top.
Next for the Brewers, Humberto Esposito. Golden opportunity right here. Yeah, that's fouled off. Now the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Huge strikeout there.
Ball.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in a run. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
High fly ball, right field. And that ends the inning. One down. And now the shortstop, Barry Klein. Here's the 0-2. Out to short. Slinging it to first in time. Lamb, a former Gold Glove winner, batting second in today's lineup. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP.
Outside, that's the ball.
And a 1-2.
Ball 2.
Condon gets his lead at first. Nobody out. And that's off the outside edge. And it's 3-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Three-2. Struck him out looking. And that's 4 strikeouts. So 2 down. So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Carl Lantigua. What a stop. Fires to first. Got him. A beautiful play to end the inning. First and second, 2 down. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. The 0-1.
Ball 1.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
And that's outside.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
First and second, 2 down. Last half of inning number 5. Stays alive. And a payoff pitch. Oh, great stop to first. And very nicely done for the out. First and second, 1 out. Carl Lantigua, the next Pirate to hit. 2 on, 1 out. Grounds 1 to short. Lamb. There's one.
He's out.
Over to first. Safe. Charlie Lamb getting ready to hit. 1 for 3.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
The flip. 1 and second. What a double play that was. Inning. So runner at second, 2 down. Mark Bullock up now for the Brewers. Flint is just 1 strike away. In the air, left field. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Pirates make it 6 straight victories. Lamb had a poor showing, needed to do more.
I don't want to pile on a player when he's down, but that was a lousy game at the dish. They'll need to get better games from him to have better results as a team.
Charlie Lamb looking to help him. One down. Joaquin Osuna up next for the A's. Ground ball could be 2. The flip to second. On to first, double play. Charlie Lamb digs in now. Leading the NL in home runs to start the day. He's been a beast. And a foul ball. Late with the swing there. In the dirt. No advance. Good job behind the dish. Burke aboard here at first with nobody out. Got him swinging. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Tosses to first. 1 out in the second.
Batting in, the catcher.
David Chen getting ready to hit. The 1-0. Runner on the go. Pitching for a strike.
He's safe.
Throw to second. Save.
Really nice swipe of second right there. He knew he had to get a really good jump on the pitcher because that catcher can make up some time. Man, such a good catch and throw guy behind the dish. Nice job right there, but he just beat it.
Lamb batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Anderle leads off first with 1 away. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Swings through it for the K. And that's 4 strikeouts. So runner at second, 2 down. Buettner the next to hit. Man on second, 2 down. Here's a high chopper. Lamb. The throw to first. They limit the damage here. On now to the Lamb blocks in, trying to turn momentum back in their favor. This is who they want up there to do it.
Yeah, and sometimes it just takes one swing to change the tone. This at bat could be that moment.
Ibanez over to first. 1 pitch and 1 out. Back to the top of the order now. Domingo Lantigua now at the plate. Ball to strike. There goes the runner. Pitch in for a strike.
No, he's in there.
And safe. It's a stolen base. So runners at the corners. Nobody out. Lee Buettner up next for the A's. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Hit on the ground might be 2. Feeds to second. Out there. They get the out, but the run scores on the twin killer. Will Marks will hit next. Out to short. And that's the inning. So they pick up a run on 2 hits. No errors. Man at first. Down the number 2 hitter, Charlie Lamb. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. That one clips the outside corner. That's strike 1.
Some hitters are just more confident they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
That's the ball.
1-1. And a swing and a miss. Battling here as he fouls it away. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. The A's up big in this one. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. That's hard hit on the line, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Anderle around third. The relay throw. There's the tag. They get him, and that's the inning. So 2 down. Here's the center fielder, Mark Bolek. In the air on the infield, Marks in position. And that'll do it. The A's take this one in a blowout. Lamb had the kind of game you'd like to avoid, which contributed to the loss.
Oh, certainly a frustrating game at the plate, Boog. I think he'd be the first to tell you he's capable of better. I'm sure the loss isn't sitting well with him either.
1 out man at first. David Chen up next for the A's. And a 2-1 on the way. Ground ball right side. Hot shot, and he can't knock it down. Lead runner around second. Into third now. So runners at the corners and 1 out. And next is the designated hitter, Joaquin Osuna. 2 on, 1 out. Out to short. Lamb toss to second. What a double play that was. No outs. Runner at first. Charlie Lamb up now for the Brewers. Entered the day with the best batting average in the National League. And another ball. That one missed. In for a strike, now 3-1. Into the outfield, base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. That's off the inside corner. Ball 1.
Well, the offense really struggled last night. I mean, it was awful. So I think picking up a run right here, that's going to get him going a little bit. Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
That one pulled foul. Wog in plenty of time to first, and that is a big first out.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a knock, but at the end of the day, it's a good at bat.
Junior Caminero in the box now. Takes strike 1.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to continue, finish off this hitter.
In the dirt. Wow, that's a great job behind the dish there.
No.
Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. Swings and misses. Struck him out. Huge strikeout there. Oh, he doesn't get the call. Ball one. 2 outs, 2 in scoring position here in the second game of the series.
Oh.
Just a little too quick on that front shoulder, front hip, front foot. Everything comes open. No way of making contact with that one.
That misses the zone. Ball 3.
Get ready for some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate. Runners in scoring position. Oh, hitters count.
In for a strike, and now just 1 pitch away from surviving the inning. Struck him out looking. Runner at second here, 1 gone. And that one fouled off. Center field. Chen takes it in for the out. And there are 2 down. So digging in, Tyler Locklear. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Culver over to second, and that's 2. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. Back there, and gone! And they cut into the deficit.
They wasted no time in that at bat, swinging at the first pitch, and he punished it. It's like he's playing wiffle ball up there, and that's typically not the easiest way to hit a home run. The slight opposite field into the gap. Man, making it look easy, that's for sure.
Domingo Lantigua digs in now. And the 0-1. Hit on the ground to short. Whips it to first on the run. Nicely done for the out. Lamb digging in. The deficit's manageable, but somebody's got to get it started, Singy.
Yeah, and this guy right here has got the toolbox. Competitiveness, bat to ball, good instincts. Let's see if he opens it up, Boog. Well, these Brewers, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. We've heard lots of loud noise coming from their bats in this one, haven't we? I mean, they've logged 6 hits at 90-plus exit velocity, and that doesn't happen by accident.
Got him. 1 gone here.
We'll take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Tying run at the plate. And fouled off.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
This could end it. This one in the air, center field. Chen should have this one, and that'll do it. The A's take the first 2 games of this series on the road. Lamb did well despite the loss. Had a pair of hits, one of them a homer.
Well, Boogie definitely made a difference for him in this one. Even in defeat, he can hold his head high.
Next up for the A's, Bert Gillis. And the 0-2. Chopped out towards short. Lamb. The throw to second, and 2 a play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Charlie Lamb in the box with one away as he takes ball one. Today in Major League Baseball, we honor one of the greatest players in the history of the game, Lou Gehrig. It started in 2021, and today throughout Major League Baseball, we raise awareness for ALS, the disease that claimed the life of the great Iron Horse, Lou Gehrig. High fly ball, right field. Lantigua settles underneath it, 2 down. When you think about the impact of Lou Gehrig on the world of sports, consider this. His number 4 was retired after he passed from ALS. It is the first number ever to be retired in all of professional sports. So effectively, the reason we have retired numbers is due to the fact that Lou Gehrig passed from ALS. He takes it himself to the bag, and man at first, nobody out. Now the A's designated hitter, Joaquin Osuna, the 0-1. And that one hit to first. They get one, puts the tag on him, and it's a double play. Johnny Wong getting ready to hit. Up the middle, Lamb sends it to first, and he has thrown 4. First and second, 2 down. That one ripped, but foul. First and second, 2 down. Last half of inning number 5. Ouch, that one drilled him. No chance for a play, and let's hope the left-hander's not hurt out there.
For the A's, number 32, Ramon Anaya.
Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. Tompkins on third. Condon on second. Lamb on at first with 2 down. Swings and misses. And it's 0-2. Activity in the bullpen for the A's. Edmund Gregori, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Huge strikeout there. Lamb digging in. They say pressure makes diamonds. Let's see if this turns into a gem.
Yep, time to see if this one shines.
This one in the air, center field. Hendricks settles underneath it. He's got it. Here comes the runner from third. In to score from third. And they lead by 2.
Well, that can be a tough one with the bases loaded. You can try to do too much, but there he didn't. He stayed within himself. He got that run in with the sac fly. Would have been nice if the runners behind could have advanced, but they'll take what they got.
Man at second. Ripped into left for a base hit. And they get it in quickly. First and third. Johnny Wong up next for the A's. Out to short. Lamb. To second, there's one. Double play cuts the rally short, and that ends the ball game. Lamb with an okay game of the win. Singled and knocked in a run.
Not one to put on the personal highlight reel necessarily, but certainly didn't hurt him on the way to the win.
Charlie Lamb has been now. Charlie Lamb up now for the Brewers.
Lamb.
Lamb working on a massive campaign right now, putting up some big home run numbers.
Ball 2.
Well, we've seen him flex some impressive power this season, and there's still a lot of time to go. If he can keep up this pace he's on, we could be in for something really special.
Chases that one upstairs.
Pick it up, pick it up.
Zeller. Throw to first in time. Now here is Max Muncy. Ripped to short. That's the third out. Inning over. But they go back here at American Family Field. Bottom of the fourth, Charlie Lamb up now for the Brewers.
Move it, move it, move it,
Smoked
move
on the ground a second. Gets it to first.
Got him.
One out in the bottom of the fourth. Digging in, William Yoder. Up the middle. Slings to first. Now one gone in the top of the sixth.
The batter, number 13, shortstop, Charlie Lamb.
Lamb, a former
outside.
Gold Glove winner, a career batting average over .325. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. Next offering in there for a strike, and it's 1-1.
Tonight, his slider has been really impressive. I mean, tight spin. Seems like the hitters aren't picking it up out of the hand.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Chris, third time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today. Economical with the pitch count.
2 on, 1 out. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Feed to second, that's 1. Double play. What a clean killing, Dan. One down, base is empty here in the ninth. Up the middle, Yoder on the run, throw to
He's
first,
out.
and it beats him. What a play.
Well, he's doing a nice job of
Charlie Condon digs in now. The Brewers down to their final strike. Swing and a ball popped in the air. He's got it. Ball game. And the Cardinals take game 1 of the series on the road.
terrific job in this game. He scattered 2 hits and pretty dominant. Efficient with his pitch count. Got himself all the way to the finish line and finished what he started.
Lamb digging in, big time pitcher, so he better have a plan, Siggy. Otherwise, it's a short trip.
Yeah, Boogie's just got to pick a pitch and go. No guessing, no hesitation.
Ripped into right center. Should be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. And he'll pull into second safely.
And if you're the pitcher, you can't be frustrated. You know this is going to be the toughest batter that you face tonight, and you're going to have to face him a couple of times. So you just tip your cap and hope that you can get the next guy out. If you're going to be a championship type of ball club, you've got to hit with runners in scoring position. And after last night's struggles, I'm sure this team is chomping at the bit to have this kind of opportunity here early in this game. These 2 guys, a lot of respect for one another.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, that's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. 2 strikes, the sort of pitch you're hoping for, a bit of a mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location, but clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
Runner at second, 2 down here in the second game of the series. This one in the air, center field. And that'll do it. Scoreless. Runners at the corners here, 1 away. Zeller getting ready to hit. That one to first. Condon over to second. What a double play that was. Inning over. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. No score.
The batter number 13, shortstop, Charlie Lamb.
Lamb, a former Gold Glove winner, batting second in today's lineup, and he's a former National League MVP. Still tied at 0, last of the third.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at-bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
Crushed. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. His 29th of the season. The Brewers score first. It's 1-0.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. He got on plane with that high fastball, then look how his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Absolutely crushed that pitch.
Start of the fourth, and stepping in for the Cardinals, Corey Johnson. The 2-1. Out to short. Sends it to first. That's the first out in the top of the fourth. And now the shortstop, William Yoder. Ground ball up the middle. Throws to first in time. One away here in the fifth. And now the catcher comes up to him, Kyle Teal. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. Strike in there. Safe at second, and that was not close.
Nope.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about. He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
In the air, right field. And there's one down. One down. Now the number 2 hitter, Charlie Lamb. And that one upstairs, ball 1.
Looking to get something going. This is the guy you want at the plate. He's been great for this team. He is a professional hitter.
And that one is lifted in the air. James on his way over. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. So 2 down. Now here is Rylan Hoover. The 2-1. On the ground right side, Zeller. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Cardinals take the first 2 games of this series on the road. Lamb made a big contribution despite the loss. Collected a couple of hits. One of them left the yard.
No question. He was a big contributor for him here. Fantastic effort at the plate, even in defeat.
So runner at second, 2 down. Alex Medrano next up for the Cardinals. Man at second. Swing and a pop-up. Lamb under this one. And that is that. Now it's the next, Charlie Lamb.
The shortstop, Charlie Lamb.
Lamb went deep in his most recent game. The 1-0.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. Just missed. First and second, no outs. Here in the third and final game of the series.
Well,
Could be
that's
some
off the
action
plate.
here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Check swing, and he went. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one
No,
missed.
that's down.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
That ball is foul, and the pressure is building. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that is a big first out. 2 aboard with 1 out. Junior Caminero now at the plate. Right there for a strike.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
And it's 1-1. He's one of the best players in baseball at driving in runs, Chris. His RBI totals this season rank him in the top 10. Swing and a miss at a slider. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Two on, 1 out. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout. These 2 offenses can put up runs in a hurry. And that one is popped in the air. Shallow center. That is the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Man in scoring position with 2 away. And here's the first baseman, Corey Johnson. Grounds 1 to short. Lamb. Throws across the diamond. They limit the damage here. 2 on with 1 out. Kyle Teal next up for the Cardinals. The 1-1. On the ground, 2 ball. Culver toss to second. On to first, double play. And that's the inning. 1 run, 1 hit. Lamb steps to the plate. They're trailing, but here's an opportunity to reel it in. RBI chance.
Yeah, Boog, chance to be the big fish right here. This is exactly who they want in a spot like this.
Nice grab. Goes to second with it. What a play. Inning over. Now it's the second baseman, Peter Zeller. Out to short. Lamb. in plenty of time to first, and that is that. Here in Milwaukee, ready for the bottom of the 8th. Charlie Lamb up now for the Brewers. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, these Brewers looking to string together better at bats when they have runners on, but it just hasn't happened for them yet. They've had their chances with runners.
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. And he brings it in on the warning track.
And you got to give some credit to the other side as well. They've been able to get out of a few tough jams, but frustration is mounting for this offense, no doubt.
Man at first, nobody out. William Yoder next up for the Cardinals. Here's a high chopper. Off balance feed. There's one. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Up next to the Cardinals, the right fielder, Fred.
Now, Charlie Lamb.
13.
He's one of the best players in the game.
Lamb.
High fly ball, right field. James on the move. He's got it. Ball game. And the Cardinals come in here and finish off a 3-game sweep. Lamb had a decent showing in the loss. Just 1 hit in 5 at-bats.
Not one to put on the personal highlight reel necessarily, but wasn't a big downfall for him in the loss.
Charlie Lamb ready to put on a show, playing as the league leader in home runs this season. It's the Milwaukee. Charlie Lamb up now for the Brewers. So we'll see what the former batting champ can do here, Chris. Hit in the air, right field. Farrell settles underneath it. One down.
Batting third.
Lamb steps in with 2 outs and nobody on. He's basically saying, fine, I'll do it myself.
That's right. Might as well cue the movie trailer voice.
In a world where nobody gets on base. 2 down, nobody on. And that's fouled off. The 0-2.
Ball outside.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. Home run number 30 on the year, and they boost their lead. It's 2-0. So let's take a closer look inside the numbers. That blast from StatCast, 113 miles an hour off the bat, Singy.
And it just flew out of here, Boog. Even if you only heard the ball hit the bat, you knew that was a home run. I mean, he put a perfect swing on it, and the numbers back it up.
1 down. Now in for the Braves, Theo Gillen. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Lamb throws to first in time. That's out number 2. Crushed left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they tack on to their lead. It's 4-1. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. He's flexing his power with another home run, Boo. Not surprising when you've got that kind of pop, but always impressive going deep twice in the same game.
Man at first with one gone. And next for Atlanta, Theo Gillen. Here goes the runner. Pitching for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. Lamb stepping in now. 2 outs, traffic on the bases. He's got the hammer in hand, and all he sees is nails.
Well, if he drops one in, this one is over, Boo. Big spot right here.
That one to first, Gillen. Takes it himself, and that's terrific work out of the bullpen. We head to the bottom of the ninth. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Theo Gillen. Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. Throw to first, and they get the out.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
Ground ball up the middle. Lamb. Braves down to their final out. So 2 down. Ken Langley next up for the Braves. Fastball right back to the mound. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Brewers claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense. Lamb really stood out in this win. Cracked a pair of homers.
Such a tremendous effort at the dish. Not every game is going to be like this one, so you need to enjoy it when it's happening.
Charlie Lamb. Fresh off. Here's some real power at the plate. Charlie Lamb. So we'll see what the former batting champ can do here, Chris. Ripped into right center. Base hit.
Pick it up, pick it up.
Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. Foul off down the right side. Just getting started here at Truist Park outside Atlanta. In the air, right field. Farrell on the move. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. And he's in safely at third with 1 out. Junior Caminero up now for the Brewers. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. And that is out of play.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
2 on, 1 out. Runner on the go. Strike in there. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. And the league leader in stolen bases does it again. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up. Try to track the ball. Block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about.
Swings and misses. Struck him out. Huge strikeout there. Ball one, no strikes.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
That's up. Ball 2.
That
Ball.
one misses. Ball 3.
I almost feel like he's frustrated a little bit. He wants to be challenged.
And they're all
Ball four.
loaded up.
Take your base.
Now that sets up a really big at bat in this game. These are the moments when everyone in the stadium gets really locked in.
So up next, Rylan Hoover. Fouls away the first offering.
No, too low.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Way back there, it's got a chance. Can't make the play, and this could clear the bases. Runner around third on his way to the plate. He's safe, and they clear the bases. It's 3-zip. New inning getting started. Charlie Lamb steps in, league leader in OPS, Singy.
Yeah, he's crushing mistakes, but also taking what pitchers give him. That's next level hitting.
Now the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled. Up the middle. That one's sizzling on its way through to the outfield. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
That way to find that sweet spot right there.
First offering. Runner goes. Pitch in for a strike. And that's a stolen base. Not even close. And that's another stolen base for the league leader.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Lamb around third. Here's the throw to the plate.
No, he's in
there. He scores. And they lead by 4. Man at first, one away. Slider right there. Lamb with a couple of homers in his last game. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And there's 2 away. Charlie Lamb up now for the Brewers. He's one of the best players in the game.
Well, these Brewers doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. Only 2 strikeouts so far, and obviously they've been able to pick up plenty of hits, so it's been an impressive one.
Burke on at first, nobody out.
Ball, no.
And you know, that strikeout total, only 2 so far, really tells you they're not just running into good luck and getting hits to fall. They're earning those knocks.
Sliced hard but foul. Got him swinging.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that bat.
Handles, throws to first. 1 out, bottom of the 9th. Here in the bottom of the 9th, 1 out. Langley getting ready to hit. Here's the 0-2. On the ground to short, Lamb. And they're down to their last out.
Up next for the Braves.
So 2 down, stepping in, Sean Pennick. This could end it. In the air, right field. Makes the catch. Ball game. And the Brewers take the first 2 games of this series on the road. Lamb with some solid production in the win.
Well, every team in the league wants hitters who can consistently deliver games like the one he had today, because it can help you get wins like this one. Nice job.
1 down. Charlie Lamb up now for the Brewers.
Ball.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Chases the changeup in the dirt. Cedeno collects, fires to first, out. 2 away now after the drop third strike. 1 down. Ken Langley next up for the Braves. On the ground. Lamb. Throw to first is in time. Lamb locks in. Not the at-bat they were hoping for just now, so it's up to him with 2 outs.
Well, this guy's got the right mindset, Boog. Just needs to stay within himself and deliver.
Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Two on, 2 outs.
Ball.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. In the air to left center. And that's the 3rd out. Theo Gillen next up for the Braves. Swing and a ground ball. They take the force out to escape.
Ball.
The Brewers with the go-ahead run at the plate, and we're in the top half of the 6th. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Swings through that one for strike 2. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, that slider wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he got him to chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But, man, really.
Throws to first. That's out number 2. So 2 down. Now it's the shortstop, Charlie Lamb. And that one hammered. That's back. Gone. And we are tied.
That's a game changer right there. A big time swing, and we're all tied up. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one, and you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
What a stop. Fires to first, and very nicely done for the out.
It's such a great feeling when a team can rely on.
Now in for the Braves, Braden Montgomery. That one is absolutely belted. That's got a chance. Across is the winning run, and the Braves walk it off in extra innings. Charlie Lamb with an incredible season so far, leading the league in OPS. Now it's the power speed combo. Charlie Lamb.
Here we go, George. Swing now.
Lamb with a homer in his last game. Just underway here in Detroit.
That's a strike.
Ball 2.
Farley with a stellar run lately on the mound, really carving up lineups. And
That's a
another ball. Challenge from behind the dish here. Next offering is fouled back. Hit weakly on the ground.
Come on, come on, come on.
Throws to first in time.
Well, Boog, we talk about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder, wow, really impressive.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. Lamb settles underneath it. And there are 2 outs. 1 out man at first. Coleman Avalos up now for the Tigers. Here's the pitch. Runner on the go. Strike in there. Safe at second, and that was not close. So up next, Kevin McGonigal. Hit on the ground to short. Throws to first in time. Fine play in the hole for the out. Back in Comerica Park. On to the 4th. Charlie Lamb up now for the Brewers. And there's a foul ball. Popped up. And there's one away. Now the left fielder struck out swinging his first time. Runner takes off. Pitching for a strike. Throw to second. Out there. 1 gone, runner at first. Kevin McGonigal up now for the Tigers. On the ground right side. 4, 6, 3 double play. And the inning is over. Out towards right center field. Bo Armstrong takes it in for the out. And there's 1 down.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Lamb steps in. They're down, but he's got a chance to get something going right here.
Yeah, you can't hit a grand slam with nobody on. He just needs to be the match that lights the fire here.
The 0-1. And a foul ball. Ponson in his 3rd season. He features a 4-seam fastball, a changeup, a 2-seamer, and he works in a sinker.
If you're on the mound right now, you know you have to retire this hitter. If he gets on base, it could open up the floodgates for this offense to score some runs.
Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Runner on the move. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Runner around 3rd. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and now they trail by 1. Here's the left fielder, Ryan Burke. Ness is just 1 strike away. Got him looking. The tying and go-ahead runs are left aboard as this one is over. Lamb had a decent showing in the loss.
Not his best showing, but I hope he isn't too self-critical after they took the loss. Some things to build on in this game.
One down. Charlie Lamb getting ready to hit. Leading the NL in home runs to start the day. He's been a beast. Line drive, and that's a base hit out of the center field.
Find the ball.
So a man aboard now with one away.
Hey, that ball was hit hard. Good job.
Quick move to first, and he dives back in safely. Runner takes off, pitch misses. And that's a stolen base, not even close. And that's another stolen base for the league leader. Foul ball there. One out, the runner at second here in the second game of the series. In the air, right field. And makes the grab. Runner tags at second, and he's up to third safely with two gone. Junior Caminero up now for the Brewers. Good power, not great in the OBP department.
Sometimes pitchers work him backwards, starting with the breaking ball, but it's a tricky approach. He almost wants to bait you out there to throw that stuff to start the at-bat.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Ground ball right side. Dives and he can't hang on. Runner from third in to score.
Boog, that's a frustrating way to fall behind in this one as the infield single drives in the run. And sometimes all you have to do is put the ball in play and you give your teammate a chance to hurry home.
On the ground to third.
Get there, get there.
Tosses across to first. And there's two down. Here's the center fielder, Kevin McGonigal. On the ground to second, might be two. There's one. And that's two.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Back here in Detroit, bottom four, Terrell Barnes. Up now for the Tigers. What a stop. Throw to first. Nicely done for the out. So two down. Jose Tena up now for the Tigers. Ground ball up the middle. Lamb throws to first, and they go down fast. 3 outs on 3 pitches. Tigers fail to make any noise. They're down 2-1. Number 13 starts it off with a lead. Looking to play add-on, not just maintenance, Singy.
Yeah, partner, when you've got momentum, you ride it.
On the ground, and it finds its way through for a hit. And they have their first base runner since the 3rd inning.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough.
Runner on the go, pitching for a strike. Throw bounces, and he's in there safely with the stolen base. And the league leader in stolen bases does it again. Strike 2.
Well, he's gotten ahead with 2 pitches down in the zone. He has plenty of options right here. He can go up, he can go away, he can add velocity, he can subtract.
Runner on the go again. There's a ball.
Come on, get out, get out,
Throw to
get out.
third. Save. That wasn't close. And now he's up to 3 stolen bases in the game.
When a guy's got that kind of lead at second base, somebody's got to call timeout. Pitcher's got to step off. The catcher's got to ask the ump for time or something. You can't let him get out that far. When you don't have a good thrower behind the plate, he's going to steal third almost standing up. That's a really good job of being aggressive by the base runner.
Caminero swings through it for strike one.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
That's a ball.
And a 1-2.
Ball.
One away with a runner at third. And we're in the top half of the sixth. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Can't get there, and that should bring in the run. In to score from third. And they lead by 2. Not stopping, he's going for 3.
Well done, drives in the run. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Lamb in the box here and fouls it off for strike one.
Well, these Brewers, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of it.
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. Makes the catch on the edge of the track. Tags up from second, and he'll head to third.
With all of those hard hits, this team is going to love seeing the spray charts after this one. It's clear they're not just getting lucky up there right now.
Runner on at first with one gone. And next up for the Tigers, Marcellus Napier. Double play ball to second. There's one. Double play. They can't seem to break through. Inning over. Starting to run out of outs as they're unable to chip away. 8th inning coming up. It's the Brewers 6. Man at first, Kevin Made, the next to hit. Swing and a ground ball. Nice stop. Throws from the ground. There's one. Back to first, and it's over his head. And this ball's going to wind up out of play.
Well, no trouble getting the double play started, but clearly some trouble on that return throw to first. I'm not sure if the runner going into second had a part in that or if it was something like a bad transfer. Either way, it could have been 2 outs, but instead, they got to work around a runner in scoring position now.
So he gets on base and keeps it going. Charlie Condon now at the plate. Quick toss to first, and he just got his hand in there. That one ripped, but foul. Now the 0-1. There goes the runner. Pitch is low. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. And now make it 4 stolen bases in the game for him.
Clearly not content with the lead they're working with right now, and I like that. I don't think you can get comfortable with it.
Oh, that ball finds its way into the outfield. A base hit. In comes the run from second. It's an RBI single, and it's now a 6-run. So 2 down. Next to hit, Manuel Barrero. This could end it. On the ground right side, and that one handled. Throw to first, ball game. And the Brewers even this series up at a game apiece. Lamb was outstanding in this ball game, helping them get the win. Collected 3 hits in the game.
No question, he was a big piece of their success in this ball game. Fantastic effort at the plate.
One down. And the batter now, Charlie Lamb. First pitch swinging.
Okay, swing now. He had his mind made up. As soon as that ball left the hand of the pitcher, he was going to swing at it.
Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Fooled on that pitch, got a little anxious, and now in a 2-strike count, he's going to have to widen out his stance, choke up on the bat, and really make sure he has pitch recognition before pulling the trigger.
Nope.
Really good
Outside.
take, especially with 2 strikes.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Gets to it onto first. Got him. 2 gone after the strikeout.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
Lamb whips it to first. 2 gone.
Batting third, the center.
1 down. And here is Marcellus Napier. On the ground, right side, Culver. The flip, 1 at second. Double play. What a twin killing. Lined into right. Runner holds up at second. 2 aboard now.
Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
And that is that. 1 down, runner at first. Kevin Made up now for the Tigers. And he hits a ground ball right side. Can't glove it cleanly. And it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get the out. That one fouled off. Lamb, multi-time All-Star, a career batting average over .325. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP.
Off the plate, ball 1.
Just missed. One, 2 now.
That's ball 2.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Tapped up the first base side, but that rolls foul. Line drive, that's a base hit into right field. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Great job right there. He squared up on that side.
Now quick throw to first. Lamb back on a dive. Just missed. That one hammered left field. That's got a chance. And it's out of here. Into the home bullpen for a homer. A 2-run blast. And they boost their lead.
Maybe he's starting to break out of this mini slump. That's the type of swing that makes you think good things are coming his way. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
Lamb walks in. If this offense were a lawnmower, he's yanking the cord and hoping for a roar.
And if that doesn't work, Boog, you better believe he's giving it a second pull.
Foul ball. And the 0-1. Drilled in the air out towards right center. Brings it in. And there's 1 down. So a man at first. Pete Crow Armstrong up now for the Tigers. The 2-2. On the ground right side. 4, 6, 3. It's a double play. And that'll do it. First and second. No outs. Charlie Lamb. And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Now a long throw home. It's offline. The run comes in, and they lead by 4. This one in the air, center field. Crow Armstrong has a beat on it. Brings it in. Runner tags from third.
Slide.
Lay at the plate. Not in time. He's safe. And the lead is up.
For the Tigers,
Ashton
number
Tipre
9.
gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
Ball 1.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
One away with a runner at third here at the top of the ninth. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Two now. And that one upstairs. In the air, left field, Barnes on his way in. Tracks it down for the out. Runner tags for home. The tag gets him, and it's a double. Now it's the right fielder. Newsom is just one strike away. Got him, and that's the ball game. Lamb played pretty well in this win. 3 hits in this one, always respectable.
Well, you can't win a lot of games without hitters delivering like he did in this one. No question, he's a key contributor for him.
Charlie Lamb, fresh off an incredible. One down. Next for the Brewers, Charlie Lamb. Late with the swing there.
Bringing the cheese on that one.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 away. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That one carrying. Out of here. He'll touch them all. His 33rd homer of the year. The Brewers score first. It's 1-0.
The one thing the pitcher didn't want to happen just happened. That's not an easy one to stomach. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
Lamb locks in. You could feel it. Big moment here.
Yeah, everyone in the yard just sat up in their seats. So did I, Boo. There it was, a high-velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Next one is off the play. Ball 1. This one's blistered. No doubt about it. Out of here. Grand slam. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they boost their lead. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. Well, a great job here of staying within himself. You know that if you get a knock, you're going to drive in a couple. So stay focused on that. Well, he does more than just a knock. Hits the grand slam to drive in 4. Really good job at the plate.
All loaded up. Kevin Alcantara digs in now. On the ground. They get the force out to escape. Lamb digging in. They've got the lead, but here's another chance to set the tone.
Yeah, but one good swing, and suddenly they add to the margin. Every run counts as this game moves along.
Hot shot, and he can't knock it down. Around first, digging for 2. Now the tag at second, and he's out, trying for 2. Back here in Milwaukee, we go to the 9th. Franklin Arias digging in for the Rockies. Ground ball up the middle. Lamb fires over to first, and they get the leadoff man. So 2 down at the plate. Sean Ryder. The 1-1. Ground ball, and this should do it. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Brewers take this one in a blowout. Lamb was a big contributor for them in the win. 2 homers on the day.
I'll tell you, Boog, I was excited every time he came up. When a player is locked in like he was, it's a really special feeling. Great job in this one.
Charlie Lamb, fresh off. Down. The batter will be the shortstop, Charlie Lamb. Lamb launched a pair of homers in his last game.
Two really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
And that just misses. Stays alive. 2-2 down. That one missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
It's a strikeout, but they'll be in good shape if they make their outs as difficult as that one. Those grinding ABs take a toll on a pitcher as the game goes on.
Swing and a ground ball. They take the force out. That ends the frame. So the Rockies lineup turns over. Willie Francisco getting ready to hit. 1-2. Grounder might be 2. The throw to second. Back to first, and that is a double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Man at first, one away. Swung on, belted. Carrying well. And it's off the batter's eye. Home run number 35 on the year. And it gives them the lead in the 3rd. It's 2-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Pitchers are taught to keep the ball down so that you don't get hurt. But unfortunately on that one, he made a pretty good pitch in terms of location, but it was just a better swing.
Back here at American Family Field, bottom of the inning.
Really important time for a shutdown inning. The last thing they want to do is give up the runs they just scored
Man, that'll steal the momentum. They're hoping to make quick work of this half inning.
Lamb in the box as he fouls off the first pitch.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and it clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
High fly ball, right field. And there's one down. One down. Next for Milwaukee, Charlie Lamb. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Francisco settles under it. That's out number 2.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
The Brewers with a lot of ground to make up. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Outside and 1-1. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. Next to hit, Charlie Condon. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. Base hit. Runner at third puts on the brakes. Base is now loaded with 2 away. In there, and it's 0-1. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. 1 run is in. Another comes in to score. It's now 10-5. Here's the center fielder, Humberto Esposito. He gets there with the slide. Over to first. And what a play. Ball game. Lamb with a valiant job in defeat.
Can't say enough about what he did for him in this one. They lost, but it was in spite of his huge effort. It's easy to see why he's a key contributor for him.
Charlie Lamb currently on 1 down. Next for the Brewers, Charlie Lamb. And first offering is fouled off. Lamb matched a homer in his last game, and singing he leads the league this year in runs scored. Line drive, base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Right there does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Just missed.
Well, we've seen him flex some impressive power this season, and there's still a lot of time to go.
Step off throw to first. Lamb back in on a dive.
Not giving him a pitch to hit there isn't a bad thing. He's dealing with a great first pitch hitter up there.
Runner on the go. There's a ball. And that's a stolen base. Not even close. And that extends his lead for the most stolen bases in baseball.
Looks like the base runner had a pretty good feel on the pitcher's move. After that pick over, seemed to settle in, and he took off right away. Nice job of stealing second right there.
Next offering upstairs.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
Hudson checks the runner, and he dives back in safely. Fastball for a strike.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Here we go, Junior. Comebacker to the mound. Slinging it to first in time. And now Humberto Esposito. Hitless in the first 2 games of the series. He's 0 for 8. And a foul ball. Man on second, 2 down. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Next to hit for the Rockies, Ryan Redding. Here's a 1-1. Gets under and pops it up. Lamb has a beat on it. Brings it in. And there's 1 down. 1 gone, runner at first. Donnie Rush will hit next. On the ground, right side. There's 1. Double play. What a great killing. That one inside. And that's ball 1. Lace to right center, base hit. Around first and hustling for second. Throws off target as he slides in with a double. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind.
Oh, that got him.
Take it, mate.
Number 8, designated hitter.
First and second, 1 out. Humberto Esposito now at the plate. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time.
Way to lay off that pitch down. He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
Two on, 1 out. This one in the air, center field. Shoemaker on the move. Brings it in. Runner tags and will move up to third. The relay. There's the tag. They get him. And that's the inning. Late swing fouled off. That one ripped. And that is that. 2 outs, runner at first. Next for Colorado, Donnie Rush. Here goes the runner. Pitching for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close. Lamb locks in. No need to press, but they can really use a leadoff base runner right here.
Yeah, all you want to see is a patient, quality approach. Pass the baton and chip away.
That one fouled off.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. Always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
Comes up empty. Ramirez, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a curve, and he works in a changeup. That one ran inside, almost got him. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table.
Runner on the move. Strike in there. Throw to second. Tag. Out at second. Lamb stepping in. Pressure's on. One swing can flip the whole game.
Yeah, and this guy's no stranger to the spotlight. He's built for moments like this.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. In to score from third. And now they trail by one. That misses. Ball one. Now the bullpen looks to be springing into action. Chris Harrell, the closer, is getting ready and perhaps looking at a long save opportunity here. Luke also throwing.
Oh, you can throw that big curve on the inside part of the plate. Very difficult pitch for the hitter to get on plane with. You can have a lot of success if you can pitch in that location.
Just
that's a ball.
missed.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Challenge from behind the dish here.
As a hitter, you don't know what to expect here in the 3-2. If he'll throw a breaking ball 3-1, he'll do it again 3-2.
2 on, 1 out. Swung on, belted. And that is foul.
Clearly he was geared up for the fastball right there. Maybe got a little jumpy and excited out of the hand, but he certainly didn't miss a stitch.
And they're all loaded up.
Good patience to take that walk and keep the line moving, and it sets up a critical at bat coming up with the bases loaded here.
Esposito in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. Swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. 1 runs in. Another comes in to score. Not in time. He's safe.
Comes through to drive in a pair and give him the lead. Put a great swing on that ball.
So 2 down. Samuel Basallo digging in for the Rockies. And that one hammered. A dive, and he can't haul it in. Safely into second. He's got a double. Now a chance for Ryan Reddick. The Rockies down to their final strike. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Brewers with the rubber match of this 3-game series. Lamb added 1 more to that hitting streak. 3 hits in the ball game.
I really liked how he looked in this one. He consistently came to the plate with a solid plan, and it showed in the results. Nice job.